Slingshot rifle number 1, number 2, the main one we've been shooting, and today we're going to be making slingshot rifle number 3. The reason I'm making the third is because there's a couple problems with the second one. Main one being how high the trigger is. Since the sight had to be here, the trigger had to be really high up, so you kind of had to reach for it. This third slingshot rifle, instead of having this stock style, we're going to have the little pistol grip. So hopefully that'll solve the trigger issue. And this one has a red dot on it. This third one, we're going to put a scope on it, so it's going to be more of like a sniper rifle rather than whatever this kind is. And it's going to be longer, probably maybe 5 inches longer. Right now the distance from the head to the trigger is the same as my draw length, 25 inches. So we're hoping to make this one maybe 30 inches, 32 maybe. So we can just get a little bit more power out of this thing. Yeah, other than that, first thing we gotta do is glue this wood up. Alright, so here's the deal. While I was letting this dry, I drew out this template on a piece of foam board and I cut it out. This is what the stock's going to be pretty much. So it's kind of like an M16 styled stock, but it's like longer and it's made to be a slingshot rifle. So let's draw this on. Here we go with a sketchy cutout. That was terrible. Shape on this thing's finished, so now we're starting the long, hard process of rasping this thing to shape. Here goes the first of many. my gosh, look how I caught that. finally finished the Slingshot rifle. This is like a couple months later. I've been working on this thing off and on. Just sanded it to 1500 grit. It's nice and smooth, ready for oil. Oil, linseed oil. There we go. Don't look terrible. There is the first coat of oil on this thing. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna let this dry, give it a couple more coats, and then maybe buff it a little bit, and then show you the end result. That is it for the build video on the new Slingshot rifle. I just threw a boiled linseed oil and beeswax paste on it. Protect the wood a little bit, give it a little shine. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. It's really comfortable. A couple main things that I changed with this one compared to the old one. The first one being the trigger. On the old one, instead of it being like right here, gotta kind of reach for it all the way up here. So to fix that, I made a little handle. So when you come into it, the trigger is right there, right at the tip of your finger, ready to shoot. So that's a big upgrade, probably the biggest one. This one's longer, 5 inches longer, 6 inches longer. And overall length difference is about that much, because the stock's a lot longer. Because I'm gonna put a 5 powers scope on this thing. What's next? The butt pad on this one is smooth. I was having trouble, like when I was going to aim, it would slip down when I was shooting. To fix that, I added a couple little slits in the back, 13 of them, which adds a good amount of grip when you go to shoulder it. It's definitely not slippery. That's a good upgrade. This one's gonna have a scope on it. That one's got a red dot. I really want to put a scope on it. And then what's next? I'm gonna put a trigger guard on this one. Little brass that comes like that, so I don't accidentally bump the trigger, because there has been a couple times where I went to like rest this on a pad and like slid it forward and boom, fires it. So that's not the best. And then I'm gonna put a bipod on this one. I'm always like laying down, resting this thing on a bag of dirt or a pillow. So for this one, I'm gonna have a little Picatinny mount somewhere around here. There's gonna be an extendable bipod on it. So that thing's gonna have all the bells and whistles. Everything that I didn't like about the old one, the new one's upgraded. I don't have templates for it right now because I hand drew it out, but maybe in the future I will make a couple templates, or even make a beginner's Slingshot rifle build video that's a lot easier to make than this, because this is really fancy. Yeah, if you guys want to see a beginner Slingshot rifle video, let me know in the comments. I could probably put together something that you guys can make at home. She's looking pretty good. Really cool pattern. Trigger's exactly where I want it when I come in, just right there. I put a lot of planning into this one, so yeah, stay tuned for next video when we put everything on it and shoot it. See ya.